All right. Good morning. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back into the training. Hope everyone had a good start to the week. Welcome into the Tuesday edition. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, maybe for some of you out there. If you could do me a huge favor, like we always do, if you can put a one or two in the chat, that would be fantastic. Kyan, as always, welcome back, my friend. That's the number two. Dan, I believe, welcome back. I believe Michael, welcome back too. Pierre, welcome back. Haven't seen you in a while, Pierre. Welcome back in. So everyone, one, if you're new to Dubb, two, if you're returning, if you don't mind putting that in the chat, that would be super, super helpful. Oh, cool. We got some new people in here. That's fantastic. Nothing against the returners. It's always great to see you guys too, but let's see. Oh, we got a couple ones in here. All right, let's start with Jesse. Let me come over to Jesse. Hey, Jesse, let me click in here. You can unmute yourself if you'd like to. Let me pop back over here. If you want to say hi, if not, you can say hi in the chat. Totally up to you. Sometimes I know we're all multitasking when we're doing a bunch of different things, but if you want to unmute yourself, hey Jesse.
Hey, how you doing?
Good to meet you. So tell me, Jesse, what brings you our way? Where are you at in the dub journey?
Just wanted to learn how to use it better. I used it a little bit a couple of years ago and haven't really dove into it and wanna do so now.
Perfect. What's your industry? What do you do?
Financial services.
Oh, all right, great. Do you do a lot of LinkedIn outreach at all, or how do you kind of reach out to your folks?
A lot of word of mouth stuff, and some seminar work and things like that. Want to, try and get more into the doing on-demand webinars for folks and maybe do some more short form social media.
Oh, perfect. Okay, great. Yeah, we'll definitely cover a lot of that in here. And we'll put this training, we always upload it to our YouTube support. It's typically by the afternoon, usually. Sometimes it's the next morning, depending on the day. But I'll drop the link in the chat right now. And then if you want to go back to those certain areas on things we cover, that's usually the best way to do it.
Great.
Yeah, good to meet you, Jesse. And let's see, we had a couple more ones in here, which are great. Let's go to Lisa. So, Lisa, if you'd like to unmute yourself, you can say hi if you want to. If not, you're busy, you're doing some stuff, you can say hi in the chat. Totally up to you.
Hi, nice to meet you. Super
Yeah,
excited to be here. Yay.
very cool. So, Lisa, tell me, what's your industry and what kind of brings you our way?
I work for a company called Brave and Better, sh and it's her name is Jennifer, and she is an upcoming author, speaker, um, kind of deal, focusing on entrepreneurship, personal development, and spiritual stuff. So, and we've decided to use Dubb, and I just dove into some of the videos yesterday, and I'm freaking out with like excitement at all of this. So, yay, excited to be here and learn more.
That's very cool. That's awesome. Yeah, we'll be going through the typically what we do with this when we have some new folks in, it's really kind of focus on what we kind of recommend. Like this works
Mm,
really good for this, and then
mhm.
just kind of the process of like here's how you record, here's some options for you, and then here's how you customize, which is a big thing, and then just some different scenarios. So
Perfect. Thank you so much.
yeah, good to meet you, Lisa.
You as well.
And then let's see, Christopher Hill. Let me go over to Christopher. Hey, Christopher, if you want to say hi, looks like you're new as well. If you want to jump in and say hello, you can unmute yourself. I think you're unmuted, or you should be if you want to. No pressure. If you don't want to say hi in the chat, that's cool too. Let's see. It looks like you should be able to unmute, but and then we've got our two returners, which is great. Tom Wells. Hey, Tom. Good to see you, my friend. Let's see. Oh, Greg. Yeah, good to have you back in here, Greg. It's been a while since I've seen you. That's fantastic. Cool. Well, for the people that are returning, if you oh yeah, I see your note, Christopher. You can't unmute. That's weird. Chiropractic. Okay, that's great. I've actually spoken to a few chiropractors over the years, in terms of their practice and using it. Obviously, they get a lot of referrals. I'm sure you do too. It's too bad you can't unmute. I don't know why it's not letting you, but yeah, hi in the chat. And
There
then,
we go.
oh, cool. Good to meet you.
Yep. So I was exposed to you through Roberto Monaco about 5 years ago.
Oh yeah, he's awesome.
Yep. And so he teaches a training that encourages dub. Never used it. I'm not too tech savvy, and so just exploring again.
Yeah, I'll give you the when we first start, we start with a real basic one, kind of putting a face to the name. Kind of probably the easiest one that you can do. So for your practice, when you have the patients, is it a lot of referrals? Do you kind of do any kind of ads? Do you do any what do you kind of do to bring people in?
100% referral.
100% referral. Got it. Okay. So you could probably use it for do you do any social posts at all as far as like about like, chiropractic kind of things that you're like, hey, this is a great thing if you don't know about this, that kind of stuff.
Nope, no social media, no Insta, no Facebook, none of those things.
Then
What I'm
maybe
going to
yeah.
likely use it for is direct invitation. So I teach an orientation
Okay.
to every new patient. They have the opportunity to refer friends and family, and I will probably use it to send out a hey, friend or family asked me to send you this video type thing.
Oh, nice. That's perfect. Yeah, it's actually really good. And then you can have a little thing in there and then tell someone to do something below. That's actually pretty good. Nice. All right, Chris, perfect. Cool, everybody. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen now. This is training's going to go about till we'll probably go about 30 minutes into the back, hey, this is how this works, all that kind of stuff. If you have any questions, feel free to drop me in the chat. And then, like I said, the recording should be on YouTube support by the afternoon, hopefully sometime within that frame. Okay, so let me share my screen and let's dive into some stuff here. Okay, share here. All right. So one of the biggest things that we emphasize, and it's I would say the pressure on it is probably because of social media, how a lot of us are swipe crazy, in general, like if we're online, we're on, TikTok or YouTube Shorts or, LinkedIn, Instagram, whatever it is. We're so used to seeing something, if it's not visually entertaining to our eye, we kind of slide past it. And I think sales has always been really compacted in terms of trying to, the whole elevator pitch thing, the expression. Now it's like you're not even on the elevator. You're just getting ready to press the button to see if you have time to explain it before someone presses the button. So I feel like leveraging the GIF that you see right here, the animated GIF, is probably a big part of it because even with YouTube thumbnails, we see thumbnails and things like that. But just giving a little bit of context, it doesn't have to be a full-on production, but when you record a dub video, the first 3 seconds are going to repeat like you see right here. You can with editing take a different part of the video and move it to the front, but to be really efficient, just know when you hit record, whatever you're doing for that first 3 seconds is going to be the animated video GIF preview that someone sees when you send a dub video. So in this particular one here, because there are different styles. So in this one here, I recorded it with the basic webcam recorder inside the platform, got the Dubb mobile app on my phone. The Dubb mobile app has a little whiteboard where you can write a message. So for initially reaching out or re-engaging, this is really a nice way to put, a name to the face and saying hello to someone or re-engaging with them. Like for instance, you can put the person's name like you see right here, but you also, and that's one to one. You also can do one to many. So if you have a group of contacts that you have an update about or an event coming up, or there's been a change to something in your industry, why not have that question or phrase right there on the phone that's going to make someone want to click on it and say, oh, wait, a rate change or an update. I want to know about that. And then want to click on it. Also, and that's one to many, that everyone can relate to that phrase or question that you have right there. Now, if it is one to one, and it's kind of like a higher priority prospect, maybe, and you did have an initial conversation, but maybe they didn't sign up for the product or the service, the re-engagement of what that conversation was about, say with Sarah, that could be part of the question or statement that you want to have. I know you said no, but, or something like that that was related to the talk, maybe something specific. But it's about giving them context. The last part of the animated GIF is just having a little bit of movement to it. I'm just bringing it in a frame. That's it. It can just be leaning in like this. It could be a little point, but you always want to smile either way. Probably the most important non-technical thing you can do. And then from the same camera, you can do something like this, which is just a basic virtual background behind. So it can have the person's profile, an article that you want to share, a screenshot that has something important, a company website, anything that's going to be related to a little bit of context of what this video is probably going to be about. And you can technically even do a combination where you hold the phone up like this with the name, and you can even have their website behind you at the same time. So there's a lot of fun you can have creatively in terms of what they're going to see, and it's not a heck of a lot of effort. It's pretty simple. And you also can do something like this. This is a screen recorder, and it's a browser-based screen recorder called the Dubb Chrome extension. And if you want to share a website with someone, if you want to share an article, if anything where you want to be on top of the website that you're showing, or it's browser-based, this is a really nice way to say, hey, this is what this is about. So they have an idea, and then you can jump right in. Obviously, this one's about market update in real estate. So this is a really nice way to see, hey, this is what this is going to be about. Now, you can get a little more specific. Like, obviously, I know it's a market update. I can see the title. I'm pointing towards it. That's great. You're already way ahead of, I don't know how many others don't even do that. But you could technically go to a part of the website where the main story of what you're trying to say is an update on something, like a rate change. You could go to that part of the site and point right at that rate change number, and that could be your animated GIF instead of a general one like this. So it depends on how much of a deeper cut you want to do. We also have another screen recorder that's a desktop app that just can fly like a drone over the top of everything on your computer. So the Chrome that you just saw was just browser based. This can go on top of Canvas slides like you see here, videos, documents, anything you want. And you can crop around, which is pretty neat too, which I'll show you in a little bit. And then the last creative way that you can really share things is with the Dubb mobile app. This one right here is called Picture in Picture. It's been very popular with real estate folks for property walkthroughs. Uses both cameras on the phone, and you can be on the whatever you're showing, you're on the same, video that you're showing. But outside of real estate, in any industry that you're in, it's really again about what's that visual that you're showing someone. So if I wanted to, maybe I pulled someone's profile up on my computer, I want to grab my phone and do a little lean in like this while I'm on the screen. Say, hey, I found your profile on here. Hey, I'm on your website. Again, that's a different creative way that someone can see something compared to what nobody else is really doing. So these are really, really creative ways to reach out. Now, regardless of how you choose to reach out in those scenarios, when they get this and they click on it, it's really about the landing page once they get here. And we call this landing page in Dubb terms a preset. Now, once they're here, it's going to have your logo in the top left, the video that you've just created, the playlist videos to the right. They're going to play seamlessly right after this video that you've made. The power of the playlist is you can create a video one time. See how we have a 2-minute explainer about Dubb right here that's going to play right after this? You can do one, I'd say a minute or less. Basically your pitch video, why someone should work with you, all the best stuff. That way you don't have to say this all the time in the videos when you do your outreach, and you can really focus on that person or that group and that hook that you're opening with, which is why they should want to watch the video. So it's less about you and what you do and more about, I want to share this piece of value and this piece of information that maybe you're not aware of or you should be. And that can kind of hook them into that. And then you get to the end of this video, you could always say, check out this next video. It's going to talk about what, why you should work with me, what I do, blah, blah, blah. But it's about saving your breath on having to say the same things all the time and allows you to continue to focus on that person or that group when you first make the video. And then you also have below here your call to action buttons, your CTAs. So when they're done consuming the content up here, what do you want them to do? Do you want them to book a time in your calendar? It's probably, the most popular button in sales, but it could be checking out your website. It could be any link. It could be downloading a document, a listing agreement, a contract. It could be filling out a form. It could be a link to an external form. It could be emailing them back. So you have a number of choices down here. But when you do have the buttons, if you have multiples, I would go in order of importance from left to right. Or sometimes people just have one button because they want them to do that one thing. But regardless, at the end of these videos, you always want to be very demonstrative about physically pointing down and naming the button. Like if I say, all you have to do is click below the book a time with Rob button, I look forward to speaking with you. It makes a difference from what we've gotten feedback over the years. And then you'll notice in the playlist over here, we have Dubb testimonials. So if you do have video testimonials, definitely add them to your playlist. And if you're trying to get new video testimonials, a great way to get them is with the reply with video button right down here. So instead of meeting them in Zoom, this is very convenient for both sides. So if I click reply with video, all I have to do is have that button below, send someone a video like, hey, Darius, it's Rob. Listen, thanks so much for using the Dubb platform. Would love to get a video testimonial from you. Guess what? It's not complicated. You don't have to download anything. Just click reply with video below and let me know what have you enjoyed about the platform. Or whatever questions you'd normally ask, they send it back to you, and now you just make it part of the mix here. So this combination of a one-to-one or one-to-many, followed by a video that you record one time about what you do, followed by video testimonials, is a really great way to keep them in that flow and want them to take an action down here. Now, the last part of it over here to the right is called SIA. This is our Sales Interactive Assistant, and it's our AI sales assistant pretty much. So we added this about a year ago, and you don't have to have it on your page. If you don't want the AI on your page, it's just a little button inside of Dubb. But when you do have it, it does give someone the ability to really interact right here at the same time. Because, because of social media, where I think we're also a certain level of impatient. So you want the information right away. You can come over here, you can have up to 20 FAQs. You can ask the AI a question. And when SIA gets asked a question, it's going to give the answer, but then it's going to push for something at the very end of that. It's going to say, okay, great, here's the answer, but now I want you to book a time. Are you ready to book a time with Rob? Are you ready to take that next step? So all of this is incredibly focused on giving the answer and then pushing for whatever the next outcome will be. Now, also, these sales interactive assistants can be very specific to a certain part of your audience, or it can be an all-knowing SIA that all knows all parts of your business. We have a training on SIA. SIA is educated with website links. So if you have a website, you can take those individual website links and you can add them in there. SIA will physically learn what's in text on those pages. It won't click on sublinks or watch videos, but it will learn what's in text on there. And you can also upload a PDF into Dubb as well. So you can do one or the other, or you can do both. And then SIA will have the ability to be very educated on what you do. So the whole idea is you send someone a video, it is interesting enough where, you know what, I want to click on it because I have context. And then all of this is tracked. So you'll know, did someone open the email? Did they click on any buttons? Did they watch the video? And if they did, what percentage did they watch? Which is really good for follow-up because you know the content. So you'll know what they consumed and you'll know what they missed. And what they missed is a really great reason to follow up. So all of this is designed for a really smooth transition to get them from seeing the video, taking an action, to booking a time, hopefully in your calendar. Now, as far as the styles, this one and this one, how would we do this? So inside the Dubb platform, you're going to see our little red camera icon right at the top. This is going to open up your webcam right here. Now, if I want to do a virtual background, go below, select virtual background. You can go to your photos or you can use some stock ones down here, but your photos are great because you can upload into here any screenshots that you have of individual things. And then it creates a little library. Profiles are fantastic, properties in real estate, articles you want to share, company websites. But whatever it is, just select it, put it behind you, make sure you have a good front light in front of you. And then I would keep my arms within your shoulders here. I'd use the dinosaur T-Rex arms. And here, if you're going to do some stuff, if you're going to hold up the phone, do this. Because if you start going into the soup, you're going to be going out that way. But I would have a good, strong front light. And then I would also, if you can, I have a flat background behind me. But if you do have a lot of objects behind you, just make sure you pump up the light so it gets it right in here. In terms of the phone, if you want to have the phone, so get the Dubb mobile app on your phone. And when you have the Dubb mobile app, you're going to go to the home area, which is right here. And then you're going to select this button, this little square button with that person at the bottom in the corner. And when you do, that's when you're going to be able to type. So that's when you're going to type the question, the message, all the stuff we talked about earlier. And all you have to do when you're done typing it is just physically turn it like this and then bring it in a frame or lean in or do something creative with it like this. That's it. Nice and simple. Now, from this recorder right here, the webcam, I can zoom myself in down at the bottom if I want a little tighter frame. You have the ability to do that. I also have access to a teleprompter. All the recording options in Dubb have a teleprompter option. If you haven't used a teleprompter, it's a really cool way to be efficient, especially with new messaging that you might have. You don't have to be searching for the words, they can be right in front of you. So it's a nice tool. If you haven't used it, definitely give it a practice. The tools are pretty good to use. So if you click right up into here, you can go right to scripting if you want to create a script or copy and paste the script into the Dubb platform. You can search for videos that you have right here by scrolling. I mean, not video, script. And you can also search for a script by name as well. And when you find it, click on it and it drops down just like this. I think arm distance away is pretty good. So you're about here. You're going to let the words flow up into your eye line. You're not going to be searching for them. You're going to meet them up here at the top. And then this is the speed. This is the play button. And then you can back it off or you can zoom the text in. Now, when I do hit record, I'm going to get a little countdown and I'll give you an example of what this would look like. So I'm going to hit record here. Here's my phone. Hey, Rob, this is Rob from Dubb. We are the sales operating system. We use video, automation, and contact management to create connections, conversations, and conversions. And I can hit the pause button, stop the recording, click it again, keep going. So you can take a little break if you need to. And also the delete button will always ask you, are you sure? Which is a nice add-on instead of just saying it's gone. And if you want to delete it, save it into the platform up into Dubb, it's the blue check mark. to save it into the platform. Want to close the teleprompter? Tap it there and it's closed. So again, this is a really nice way to put a face to the name, have a specific message for a group or individual, and this is a really nice way to give context to someone, whether it's the virtual background or holding the phone like this. So I'm going to save this into the platform, blue check mark, and it's going to save it into Dubb. Now, anytime a video is saved into the platform, it's going to take us to the video edit page inside of Dubb, which has a number of options for customizing, which we're going to go over in a little bit. But this is where it would take you, any video that you've recorded. Now, that style that we just looked at was this one and the other one. Now, this style, browser-based screen recording, we're going to look at right now. So if I wanted to share any website like we talked about, anything like this, or if I wanted to reach out on LinkedIn, say to Ruben, these are two nice ways to do this. Now, the difference between these two pages, when you do screen recording sharing, you want to take into account what's the style of the page? What's some interesting information on here, right? Because I talked about before, having the title up here is great. It's awesome. It's a wonderful way to do it. But you also could get more specific and come right down here, and maybe there's a point you want to make and have them see that first. So just kind of view the page and what's like the most important part of the page that you want to share, or is it a general just, hey, this is the market update? Totally up to you. And then for LinkedIn, their profile was fantastic. You can get a little more specific on something if you want to say, I want to talk about his book mostly. I could do that. So just a little more forethought into like what you're sharing and then how you want to frame it. Now, if I'm reaching out here on LinkedIn, here's how I would do this. I would open up the Dubb Chrome extension, which is right up here at the top. You just put in Google Dubb Chrome extension. It's a three-step process to get it pinned up here. Once you have it, open it up, and it's going to put you on the screen. Now, this one right here that you're seeing is a camera option. It opens up like a webcam. I also can do a full screen option. So if I want to record my entire screen with all my tabs at the top and everything, I can do that. Full screen recording, I'd rather use the desktop app for that, which I'm going to show you after this. For these individual pages, I think tab option is the best because it cuts off the tabs at the top and it just focuses you on the page that you're on. Now, with this right here with your webcam, you have some choices. What's the size? Where do I want to place it? And what's the shape? So size-wise, I would always go relevant to what, in this case for Ruben, I want to kind of match his size right here, and I'm going to put myself right next to him. In terms of the shape, circle's perfect. But if I was on a different page and different site and it was more angular, I would choose a different shape and put myself in a different spot. You also can zoom yourself in if you want a tighter frame, and you can move yourself around in here if you want to do that. So I can end up being really tight like this, or I can back it off a little bit if I want to as well. And then over here to the right, I can turn off my camera if I want to do no webcam, just do an audio walkthrough. I also can use my profile picture if I want to. But the profile picture or the turning off of the webcam, that's really kind of, once you kind of know the person a little bit, you can have that kind of relationship. But I think for initially meeting, obviously, this is fantastic so they can see you. You also can do a virtual background behind you in here, like we just looked at. You can do it right inside the bubble. You also have access to a teleprompter, like we just looked at. This one's a little bit different. You can come in here, you can find your script like we did before. This will give you the option between 1 and 10, right? The speed and all the backing the text off and zooming in and all that. It's different in the fact that you can manipulate the sides and you also can physically move this wherever you want to move it to. The most important thing about the Chrome extension is because it's browser based, if you want to use the teleprompter, just make sure that you don't go full screen in your browser because it hides the teleprompter. You can't see it. So you just want to leave a little bit of a gap. So if I hit record, I can tap this thing, bring it forward, and I can use it. Now you also have an annotation tool right over here to point some things out, which is really cool. And a lot of people use it because it's kind of an important part of screen sharing and screen. And you can also jump to full screen like this and go back to the page. So here's kind of an example of what this would look like. I'm going to hit record. I have my tab option. I'm going to choose my tab. There it is. I'm going to click share, and here we go. Hey, Ruben, what's going on? It's Rob. I saw your profile over here on LinkedIn, and I noticed that you are an author, my friend, and I want to talk a little bit about the book here. So I did a little wave and a little point, and that's going to be my repeating motion, and then I jump to full screen. Jumping to full screen is a nice way to break the visual, talk right to the camera, and go back to the page. And you can do this throughout when you want to make a point. Helps it make it, more of a dynamic video. To jump to full screen, you're just going to either hover over the webcam with your mouse, double click to go back. Or you can go to the bottom on the little control bar down there. It says expand webcam. Click that here. Click it here again to go back. And you also have the freedom to move around, keep being very organic, free flowing, whatever your normal natural style is. If you're a little more regimented, you can hit the pause button down here at the bottom, or if you just want to take a break for a second. So, you know what, let me gather my thoughts to check my notes, click resume, there you go. And again, the annotations are really good for pointing things out. Text on screen is really nice when you can kind of re-emphasize a point or make something on there that's kind of lasting. You can put things in order, you can underline, you can circle. All of these are going to stay put too. So if you take off down the page, they're not going to follow you, which is really, really nice. So if you're reaching out on LinkedIn, if you're sharing any kind of website that's browser based and you want to be on top of it, where you're the authority, talking to the person you're speaking to, annotating, making these points, this is a really great way to do it. So I'm going to hit the check mark again down the bottom. The check mark will save it into the platform just like we just saw with the webcam version. It's going to save it to the same place, video edit page, right inside of Dubb, where we can do some customization. Now, the big thing with LinkedIn, just in general, this video that I just recorded for Ruben, right? If I want to share this with Ruben, I want to be connected with him first. I don't want to try to send a dub video with a connection request because it will only show up as a link. He won't see that nice animated GIF, and he might not even watch it with a connection request. Might just connect and then move on. Most people do connect, it seems. So I would send a little connector message first, and then click the message button at the bottom, and the Chrome extension that we just used is right here because we have an integration with LinkedIn. So if I want to drop a video in here, I just click the button here. I find my video. There it is, right here. And I click insert and it drops it right in. And then I can just highlight the text here and say something specific. And then I would send it to Ruben. And then he's going to see that nice animated GIF instead of just a text-based message, which is pretty normal you see in a lot of the messaging. So this is a really nice original way to reach out. Now, that's a screen recorder. The next screen recorder that we're going to look at is the Dubb desktop app. The Dubb desktop app is pretty amazing. The team did a really good job building this thing. So here is the menu right here. I'm going to click record screen and I'm going to show you the difference between the two that you just looked at with Chrome and what this is going to look at right now. Now, one of the similarities you're going to notice, and I'll reopen this so you can see this, but one of the similarities you're going to notice right off the bat is the webcam. So the webcam is just like the Chrome. You've got all the same functionality we just looked at. You also have an annotation tool, same functionality that we just looked at. You also have the ability to have a teleprompter. Now, the difference with the teleprompter is this. You can physically move it around like we did with the Chrome, but when you click in here to find a script, you're going to have a different option. You're going to notice that right off the bat, you have auto track, which is voice recognition for the script. So if I was to hit record right now, I could just start reading it and it's going to go at my pace. So if I go slower, it'll go slower. If I go faster, it'll go faster. I also can tap the auto track button and turn it off. And now I have auto scroll, which is just like we saw with all the other examples between 1 and 10. So I can choose either a scroll speed that's designated or I can click this right here and use auto track. So for me, it kind of depends on the day. Some days I'm in a scroll mood, some days I'm in a voice recognition mood. So it depends on the day and sometimes the material too. Now, another big difference here is this. So this is right down here at the bottom. This is this little red slash right here. So if I was to hit record right now, I would get my entire desktop screen. If I get rid of the red slash, now I have a drop down of choices. You notice that this is the border of what I can record. So right now it's 16 by 9, which is for YouTube. So if you have a YouTube channel, this is automatically the orientation that you need. Just put it on top of whatever you'd like to put it on top of. You also can do 9 by 16, which you can do for social media. So right from your desktop, you can record it in the proper orientation of 9 by 16 portrait and then put it right on your social channels by doing it in this format. You also have custom available, which means you can crop around anything that you want to crop around. So whether it's a page, website, document, whatever it is, you can get very specific. So when I reached out to Ruben on LinkedIn and I had his profile right, I also could do a version where I could crop around just his book and just do a specific animated GIF just about his book. So you can get very creative in terms of what you can show to really hammer home that point visually. Now to record here, here's another big difference between the Chrome and the desktop app. So I'm hitting record. Here I am, I'm recording. I can pause and resume this thing, which is great. But the check mark is the big difference here. Normally with Dubb, when you click a check mark, it saves it into the platform. In this case, it's not going to do that. It's going to say, hey, you just recorded a clip. So the desktop app is a clip recorder. We're going to record a bunch of clips. We're going to merge them together at the end into one video. The Chrome extension that you saw right before this is just one video you pause and resume. These are multiple clips you can pause and resume and then combine together. The cool thing about clip recording is you can drag and drop videos from your computer to make it part of the story. Every Dubb video you save into Dubb has an MP4 video you can download. So if you have an MP4 video on your computer as well, you can just drop it right in right here. And you have three creative choices to continue recording down here to the bottom left. So what I just recorded was a screen recording. So down at the bottom left, this is a screen recording option. So if I want to record another clip in the format that I just did, go right back to where I was, all I have to do is select this button. It takes me right back to where I was. I hit record again. I get my 3, 2, 1, and now I'm recording a screen recording clip like I just did. Then I'm going to click the check mark again, and there is the second clip that I've recorded. And I can physically move these clips around in any order that I want to. So I'm not beholden to a chronological recording. I can go out of order if I want. I also can download or delete each individual clip, which is awesome because if you love one clip, but you mess up on the other one, you're not losing the clip that you love. And then if I want to do a different style at the bottom, I can go webcam recorder. So I can click the webcam button to the bottom left. It's going to open up my webcam. And maybe this is my opening. Like, hey, thanks for joining this video. Or maybe this is the middle. Hey, I want to make a really important point about this something. Or hey, thanks for watching. Click below. And then I can click the save button here. And there is that clip as well. The last option that you have down here is called Dubb Narrator. Dubb Narrator is pretty awesome. I love using it. It's pretty much where you can play a pre-recorded video inside of the bubble and put it on top of anything. So instead of me hitting record and being live in the bubble and multitasking, I could beforehand take a teleprompter, record from my webcam everything I want to say, and then take that pre-recording and put it on top of a document, a website, a video, anything that I want. So all I have to do is just hit record and I can just relax and scroll and use the annotations. It's a nice way if you split it up into that one too, if you don't want to multitask and say everything the way you want to say it. So if I select narrator video option, it's going to take me right inside here to my video library. And I'm going to scroll around and say, okay, what video do I want to use here? Oh, great. I'm going to grab this one. And then I can put it on top of anything. I'm going to hit record. And now the pre-recorded version of me is going to do the talking. Welcome into this video about how to use Kyra, your AI-powered video code. And I could pause and resume, hit the check mark, and then you're all good. So you're combining all these clips together at the end. You get all the clips that you need. Now let's merge them. And all you have to do is click the edit button to the bottom right. That merges them all together. Once they are merged, before you even save it into the platform, you have an editor right here inside the Dubb desktop app. So I can play the button here, a screen recording. I can drag my timeline that you can see right at the bottom. So let's just say I want to cut a part of me out in here, right? I'm going to either play it or drag it to the first cut point. Let's say it's right here. And all I have to do is select the scissor icon here, splits our clip, drag it again like this, click it again, splits our clip. Now we got three pieces. Okay, which piece do I want to get rid of? Just click on the one that you do, trash can, gone. And if you want to bring everything back, the undo button. Undo, 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 and you're right back to the beginning. And even if you wanted to cut out some silences in your video, if you wanted kind of a tighter cut, you can click this little button here called Smart Cut. Get rid of all the pink areas in there. Those are your silences. And now you got a tighter cut on the video. And then you can download the MP4 right here if you want to, and you can upload it right into the platform. But the key is with all of this is, visual storytelling, whether it's from a perspective of a little more detailed or simply, but you want someone to be able to follow you along in the journey. Now, the last part of the recording that we're going to look at is the Dubb mobile app, which is very similar to the desktop app. The desktop app is clip recording. Here, let me stop real quick. Murray, go ahead, my friend. Let's see. I don't know why I was blazing along here, but go ahead. You got your hand up, bud. Go ahead. Murray, can you hear me okay? You should be unmuted. He's unmuted, right? I believe.
There we go. Unmuted.
Yeah. Hey, Murray, how
Okay,
are you?
good. How are you?
Yeah, what's going on?
I don't know if this is, I, I think this is the right place to ask this. I'm on LinkedIn.
Hmm.
The engagement is really affected by vertical videos. Seem to do much better than horizontal videos for, because so many people are on the phone,
Hmm.
right? And I'm not I don't use my phone at all. But there's a way to record in Dubb with on your desktop with
Hmm.
as you pointed out, with the vertical dimensions.
Yeah.
The problem is I'm trying to do a screen recording
Hmm.
with vertical dimensions, and the phone dimensions aren't able to show the entire screen I'm trying to show. You know what I mean? I'm trying to show some functionality of software,
Yeah.
and is there a way? Do you have a recommendation of how, like a back end way to do that, or do you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah, it's kind of tough because when you're in that format, I mean, if you want to give your opinion on this, but what I think is what you could do, I guess in a way, if you pulled up the screen on your phone, because you're already in that format anyway, like you say you
Yeah,
pulled up, right? And then
yeah,
you recorded your screen on your phone, right? You record that. You're
okay,
showing it on your phone and you can pinch in and do your stuff, right?
yeah,
And you airdrop that to your computer, and then you can pull it up on your computer, the recording, right? And
okay,
then you can take the desktop app, crop around it, and then you can put yourself in a little bubble if you want to be on the screen. If not, then you could, if you're not planning on being on the screen, like if you don't want your face on there, okay, just as an
yeah,
example, you
yeah,
don't have to use the desktop app. You could just use the mobile because what
okay,
you can do is you can do a voiceover right over the clip and
sure,
leave
sure,
it in there. So it's really just a choice of that. I do think that format, and I guess the last option is this. You could do the intro video in the skinny format, portrait,
yes,
but then
yep,
say, listen, check out this next video. Like give the value of what they're going to see next.
yeah.
And do it in the regular format. And they should probably watch it, the next video where they can really get. Because if I was trying to show Dub on the mobile, I mean, I can do it, but it's not optimal. You know what I mean?
So in other words, you're mixing formats on one video, which is fine. I was actually thinking about that. Yeah. So the intro is going to be me talking,
Yeah.
which is easily to do, in
Yep.
the vertical,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
then record the screen on a regular
Yeah, I mean
dimension.
it's just like you could either make it in one video with the desktop app where you're merging the clips together, or you can
Hmm.
just use the playlist function
Yeah.
where you
Yeah.
can make the regular video that you have and just have it as part of your playlist and it'll play
Okay.
right after it. That might be the best way to do it.
All right. Very
Yeah, and
good.
if you want to send us I'll put this in the chat. We always mention this, but I'll put it in here right now. The feedback at Dub email. If you want to send over like a test and say, hey, what does it look like? You know,
Okay. Good.
do that. Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks a lot. Sorry to interrupt.
No, that's
Thanks.
okay. Good question. Yeah, no, that's great. All right, so let's look at the mobile. So the mobile app is a clip recorder just like the desktop app. And the mobile app has some other little cool functionality on it, but it's very similar. It's kind of like the a smaller version of the desktop app. So let me show you this right here. So let me share my screen, and this is what this is going to look like. Okay, so from the mobile app here, just in general, here's your videos right in the middle here. You also can go right over here to the little hamburger menu to the top left, go to assets. You can go to your scripts in here. You can hit the blue plus button to create a script. You can hit the little brain icon at the bottom left. That's our AI writer. So if you want to come in here and do some AI writing, you can do that right in here from the mobile app. Now, in terms of sharing these videos, if you wanted to send one of these, you can grab the video here. You can click the blue share button right here in the middle. It'll give you a little drop down. And you can click copy for email. It'll paste it to clipboard, copy for SMS. You can also copy the URL. You also can share via social at the top where it says share on social. You can tap that there. And you also have the ability to download the video if you wanted to. And you can also download the animated GIF. Now, in terms of recording, here's what you'd want to do for simple recording. Click the blue camera icon at the bottom. That's going to open up your camera. And you're going to notice a couple things right off the bat. Number one is 1 minute. So it's defaulted for a minute. If you go to record, it's going to cut you off in a minute. We have these specific timers down here because, when we do ads, sometimes we want to have specific cuts on it, but some people want specific time. You can. I always slide mine to 10 because you can't go beyond 10 minutes on the mobile app, and it's not going to cut me off. To record, you're going to tap the button at the bottom, and now you're recording. Timer you can see up here, and you can see the timer at the bottom. Tap it again, and there is the clip that you've just recorded. So just like the desktop app, you have a clip now, and it's been automatically downloaded to your phone, so you have it in your photo video area if you need it. I'm going to hit record one more time just so we have a couple clips in here. Each clip has to be at least 2 seconds to register. There's the second clip. And I can physically move these. Again, it doesn't matter the order. I can take my finger, hold it, slide it. And if I want to tap the clip individually, I can delete, I can trim, and I can edit. Now, if I select the edit button, it's going to give me the option to add music. We have a whole library of music you can add. I would just make sure the original music is pretty low because if it's too loud, it's going to overwhelm your voice. You definitely want to play it back. And then you can also do text on
Just we
screen.
have a couple clips.
So you can do hi John, hey Jen, whatever it is there, whatever message you want to do, you can physically type on the screen in any font or color that you want or size. You also can do a voiceover over the clip. You can do it at the end of everything, or you can do it per clip if you want to as well. And you also can speed up the action from 1.5 to 2.5. Maybe you have a fun little action clip in there. Real estate folks like to do that going down the hallway, or if you're in the auto industry and you're moving around a car, there's a lot of fun stuff you can do. Now, individually, those are the clip options. Over here to the right, this top icon is going to record what's in front of you. This one right here is our countdown timer. You can do 3 or 10. I always go 3 just because, it matches everywhere else in Dubb. Makes sense. 3, 2, 1, and you're ready to go. The 10-second ones are good if you have like a wireless mic and you're doing kind of a far shot. That gives you more time. This teleprompter option right here is a really good one. So you can select it here, go right up in here to find the script, just like we did before. And then when we find our script, same thing. Here's our scroll speed. We can adjust up or down. Play button will play it for you. If your eyes are not staying at the top where they should be, either increase the speed or slide the guardrail up like this. So that way your eyes are here, they're not looking down here because there's nothing to look at, if that was an issue. You also can hit the pencil icon if you want to make some changes, quick edits. That happens to us sometimes. We read it out loud and it just doesn't sound as good and we make some changes. Now, if you have an iPhone, and hopefully any day with Android, you're going to have this as an option. Select the gear icon to the right and select Auto Track. Now it's going to be like the desktop app in terms of voice recognition. So it'll be like this. Welcome into this video about how to use Kyra, your AI-powered video coach that will give you immediate and non-biased feedback on the videos that you record. So depending on how you want to do it, those are the options that you have right there. To close the teleprompter, tap the X and it's closed. Now, if you ever record something on your phone outside of the app and you want to add it down here, you absolutely can do that. Go to the folder icon here. It'll take you to your photo video area. Say, oh, there's a video I recorded outside the app. Click on it. It'll say, do you want to add the clip? Yes. And it will drop it right into here. If you want to record your screen, it's this button here. If you want to use filters, it's this little button here where you can do black and white. You can do skin smoothing. You can do different color effects. You have those all options right within filters. This one right here is our picture in picture. This is the one we saw in the beginning where it uses both cameras on the phone and it's going to record what's in front of you and you can put yourself on the screen as well. So again, real estate folks obviously like it for property walkthroughs, but any industry that you're in, if you're doing a video about your service or product, this is a nice way to kind of give a different visual on what they're going to see. Last option down here is your virtual background, like we saw in the beginning with the webcam. So on your phone, just screenshot these things, then go here. And then all you have to do is go to your photo area, select the photo that you want, put it behind you, and now you have the ability to make that. And then the last part of all this, just like the desktop app, is combining all our clips together into one video. So it's going to be the button all the way to the top right. It's going to merge everything together. And then we have our finished video that we can upload right into the platform. And we also have a finished copy that's been downloaded to our phone. So these are all really fantastic ways to record in different styles that will give people that visual wanting to click on it and also give them some context at the same time. Now, the last part of this is going to be the customizing. And this is really quickly how we would do this. So when we save a video into Dubb, this is what this is going to look like. It's going to take us to the video edit page right inside the platform. And when we're in here, we have some options. We can change the title at the top internally so we know what this video is called. We also can do a little preview where we open it up in another window and say, hey, great, that's what my page looks like. That's just the way I want it. Now, you also have an option here where you can go right here to this dropdown and see how it says Rob's preset. That's my default preset landing page. So anytime I record a video, it's always going to have these playlists, these buttons, this setup. I have the ability here to change it to another preset landing page and change everything about it in seconds if I wanted to. The whole idea about preset landing pages is to speak to different parts of your audience. If I was in recruitment and I dealt with employers and candidates, you want a page for both. If I was in real estate, buyers and sellers, if I was in coaching, different industries. So when you get on a paid plan with us in Dubb, we have an optimization set up where we help you set those up. So you're ready to go. And it's good to have that split into segments so that the audience feels like you're speaking right to them. Now, we also have on this page analytics. So what's happening with the videos when we send them out? Are people clicking on them? Are they clicking on the buttons? Are they watching the videos? And if they are, what is the watch rate? Again, really helps the follow-up. We also have a digital coach here called Kyra that when you click generate is going to get you feedback on your videos right away, non-biased feedback, visuals, content, and delivery analysis of the words that you're using. You also can do editing. For any video you save into the platform or you record within the platform or upload. Here, let me grab a different one just because it's taking a little bit of time on that one. Let's grab this one here. So when you click the editing button, you have the same kind of edit that we saw in the desktop app. Very similar. You can hit the play button. Hey, you can drag your timeline like we saw earlier. And again, it's just about using the scissors. First cut, second snip, and then whatever's highlighted in orange, you have the ability to delete. And if you want to go back, undo, undo, undo. Now, if you ever mess up, like you just cut this thing up a bunch and you don't want to hit the undo button a bunch of times, all you have to do is go to the top, download your MP4, click replace video, and click save, and you're totally fine. So you recorded a video, you got it on a great landing page, and now you just want to share it. So we saw how you share it on LinkedIn, but how do you do it by email? So if you open up email here, this is a best practice. You always want to have the word video in the subject line. Really helps with the open rates. It's rare that you still see it. We say it all the time because it just is so rare. Maybe someday we'll say it, and people always have the word video in the subject line, but it's very rare. And then you definitely want to have some text in here in terms of why to watch the video. And then to add it in, you can do it in two ways. One is with the direct integration we have with Gmail and Outlook 365. You click this little button here, it's the Chrome extension. See me scrolling through my videos down over here to the bottom right. What video do I want to send? Okay, it's going to be this one. So I'm going to go to advanced options. I'm going to put the email of the person I'm sending it to get that activity reporting. I can add a little personalization text, insert the video in, and it's going to drop it in. Another way to do it is if you're right inside the video platform, select the video that you want and click the big blue share and send button. Again, email in for tracking, add a little personalization text, click copy for email. You just copy and paste. Now I'm going to come right back over here to the email and I'm just going to paste it in just like this, like that. Now, in terms of CRM stuff, let's just say you have a CRM that you love. You're like, oh man, I love HubSpot. I love Follow Up Boss, Go High Level, Constant Contact, MailChimp, whatever it is. We have a lot of integrations with different companies. So if you do have a CRM that you really do like and you have everything in there, you can just add video and keep using the CRM. If you want to use Dubb as a CRM, you absolutely can do that. You can upload your contacts with a CSV file. You can do task deals and tags. You can do campaigns via email and SMS. We also have automation available, which is through our higher tier Planet Pro Plus, which does automated workflows that they help you set up and set. Now, the last part of this is the AI. So we looked at AI earlier in SIA on the landing pages, but we also have an AI writer that sits right here in the dashboard called AIRA. Now, I'm sure we all use ChatGPT. It's great. Little difference here with what we do. We have a profile feature for our AI writer in here. So imagine like we talked about before with landing pages, different parts of our audience, right? So let's say I'm in recruitment and I have employers and candidates. I'm going to set up an employer profile and a candidate profile. So when I click edit here, I'm just answering questions so the AI can physically learn about this part of my audience. And what's the point of the outreach? What's the tone of communication? I can even apply a writing structure to it, which is H for the hook, A for address their needs, V for providing value, E to extend a compelling call to action. So it can put that, whatever it comes out with writing, it puts it right in that structure if you want it to do that. Because we talk about the importance of a hook all the time. And then all you have to do is come down here and choose your prompt. We all are living the prompt life, right? I mean, it's what we all do now. Becoming prompt experts on why video is the best for sales. Choose a length, hit submit, and then when we get this copy, we have some options. We can have it read back to us in an AI voice. We can save it to a clipboard. We can import it directly to scripts inside of Dubb and then load it into a teleprompter, which is a really nice, efficient way to do that. We also can import it to a voice video, which is just you can upload a photo and then choose an AI voice if you didn't want to be on camera and didn't want to use your voice. And you also can use AI avatars. So if I was using the avatars, what I could do is I could select the avatars here, and we have a whole library that you can choose from. You also can create your own if you want to. And then once the avatars are created, you have the ability to drop them in email campaigns, or they can be used for screen recordings explaining what needs to be explained. Finally, the last part is getting help. So if you need to get help within Dubb, there's a couple options in here. Down over to the bottom left, you have your intercom, where you can talk to an AI, or you can talk to a human being on the team, or you can search for anything by keyword. You can also email support at Dubb. We also have Auto, which is this little face over here to the right next to your profile picture. If you click it here, this is your AI guide from within the platform. So if you do have any questions, you can ask Auto anything related to the platform. It's really well trained. Also advice. Hey, what are the best real estate videos to record? It can give you advice on that as well. And just tap the face and it closes. And then you also have the Dubb Video Academy library, where you can go through a whole academy and learn about Dubb. We also have Be a Partner. So if you don't know about Dubb Partners, click Apply Now. Creates a little referral link for you. We do a 30% recurring commission on anybody that subscribes to Dubb. And we try to support our partners as much as we can in terms of having people in there that you want to learn from. Okay, so that is the basic of the platform. Ina, I think within the chat, did you have some answers in there? I'm sure you did along the way, probably, I would imagine.
Yeah, yeah. There's some interesting questions in here. So um let's see here. We can address it from the top. I'm not sure if you have addressed the Annette's question in or suggestion in here. If you added ChatGPT into the teleprompter on mobile and desktop to create quick scripts, that would be awesome. Yeah,
Mm.
like we have the AI writing assistant, though you need to copy or import it to the teleprompter scripts before you can use it. But there's this option to manually edit it. Just in so you know, there's still some human intelligence HI in there to
Yeah.
make it more interesting. So it's good. Yes, Murray, this is live.
Yep, we chatted earlier. Yep, that's right.
Yep. Screen
Mhm. We
recording.
chatted about that one. Yeah.
Mm.
Um, YouTube auto track or something I'm not using. Okay,
Auto track.
cool. Yeah, Annette, that's awesome. Yeah, auto tracks. You have to be in the mood for auto track. You got to be like, depending on the content, when you're like ready to go. Because sometimes I know scroll speed, if you just want to move, it just kind of keeps you motivated and keeps you moving. So I guess it depends on kind of the info that you're doing. But yeah, auto track is pretty cool. Um, let's see. Greg, auto track is good when you slow down speech to emphasize a statement. Yeah, really good point. Yep, this function has improved over time. That's awesome. Let's see. Um, is there any live person I can call from Dubb? I have a question not addressed in the recording. So the best way to do that, Murray, is either through the intercom system that you can actually chat with someone on the team, or you can email it support. And then they'll typically, if they can, if it's an issue where you're having some tech issues on something where they can either supply the right support article and instructions, or in a really specific case, if there's something that can't be addressed and can't be resolved, we could do a one-to-one meeting on that. Let's see. Oh, Annette, that's very nice that you said that. That's very sweet. Let's see. Okay. CapCut. Yeah, it is, and in terms of the music that we have in the background, yeah, I mean, I think music for videos, it's almost like it has to be like almost subconscious that you're hearing it. So it's not distracting, but it's almost like putting you in the mood to listen to it, as far as the dialogue that's happening. So I think that's a really good point. Leaf, thank you, Rob. Great training. I have a professional account. I have been using Dubb for 3 years now and love Dubb. The new features are amazing. I would like a book to one-on-one to optimize my account. Yeah, absolutely. If we could reach out to Leaf, that would be fantastic. And thank you for the kind words. The team does a really great job. Pierre, okay, so this is for you. Does Dubb still offer in-depth training with a premium plan?
Yes, we do have aside from this one, the 10 a.m. slot, this is actually we are in the process of making this for our subscribers. Like Pro, Beginner, Pro Plus. Yeah, you can join here. But this is for the subscribers. We have other, if you have referrals, they can join the 8:30 a.m., 11 a.m., 2:30 and 4:30 p.m. Live training by Rob. He's going to just give the overview of the platform and all the offers. But yeah, you can have them join there. But the premium, this is one of them. We also do the optimization account setup for the Pro and the Pro Plus users. But if you want the next level, meet with Darius and Ruben, the co-founders of Dubb, you can join. You can go and go with the Pro Plus program where we offer the Dubb coaching, and you guys can have good strategy calls there with the automation and all their strategies. The best strategies to bet it, when it comes to using them.
Yeah, great way to put it. The founder sessions twice a week. Yeah, they're fantastic. Lisa, for those of you who have been using Dubb, Rob, do you find portrait videos and intro hello do better than quick for open click rates, or or does it not matter? I don't think we've ever broken it down in terms of that. I know that when you make these videos in general, like if you do a landscape one and someone opens it up on, their phone, it does adjust to what it is there. And typically, if you're going to play it, you can turn it if you don't have a lock on your phone to watch it. We haven't had any feedback or I think of data really on that yet. Um, right, Nina? I mean, I don't think it really
Yeah,
seen a
I
difference.
think I think it's gonna depend on your audience. Like for portrait or vertical orientation, like if your audience on most of the time spend their time using their mobile phone, then yes, that will be the best options. Also if you're gonna do social media posting like TikTok, Instagram stories, WhatsApp, yeah, it's good for that one-on-one personal touch for the vertical one. Landscape, it's best for professional demos and presentation. So it's gonna depend really on which you depends on your audience. So
Yeah.
it says I checked our the Dubb Auto and um portraits is king for mobile outreach and social. Landscape is ideal for desktop demos and website embed. So
Yeah.
that's kind of take on that.
And then also I saw the question from Roland. I noticed the teleprompter disappears with a virtual background on mobile. I'm sure you're talking about Roland. Yeah, on mobile, I think we have a note for that for the team if it's possible. But yes, it does disappear with the virtual background. So, but I know the team's aware of it, right? And I believe they are.
Yeah, I think the virtual background is also it's it's kind of intense when it comes to the work. So
Yep.
adding the teleprompter uh might result to overheat. So I think that's part of it. But the team is aware. We're gonna check what the update on that and get back to you, Roland.
And then, Kyan, I saw your question about what's the best way to get people to watch my videos all the way through. Typically, what they usually do with YouTube videos is they open with like, "Hey, I'm going to reveal something, number one," and then in the middle, if you stick to the end, I'm going to mention this, blah blah blah. So it's more about providing an answer or question or some kind of value that they need to stay for till the end, or some kind of offer at the same time. If it's like, "Hey, this is this new thing we're doing," at the end, I'm going to give you the code that you need to take advantage of this or something like that. That's always a nice way to kind of get them to hang in to the end. Um, let's see. Yes, it can be a question. You can always ask a question to lead them towards that. And then, Annette, does Meta suppress social media audiences using Dubb videos? I know they do on YouTube. I'm not too sure about that as far as that, Annette. We'd have to ask internally on that one. I don't believe so. I mean, I know platforms like the raw videos, which is why a lot of the times when we say upload a dub, download the MP4 and upload it into the platform, and then just have a dub link below in the comments that they can go to and land on. Um, the other thing is too, I know someone mentioned at the beginning, live events. Each Dubb video has a QR code. So you can always print that out on a placard, have it with you, have it on your phone, and have a nice video that's already recorded. Like, hey, it was great to meet you. Click below to move on. 11 a.m. is hitting. I've got to jump over to the other one. Can I make you the co-host? And then are you able to download, or should I just stop the recording now and download?
I think you can I can just say a little bit, or I think that's all for the question. I think there's just last one, Dog Dane. Can I add my avatars from Heejin? Yes, I think
I think so, yeah.
we can upload that on our end. So yeah, we'll reach out to you, Dog, and yeah, you can send us the avatar. All right.
Very cool.
Okay.
Awesome. So what I'll do is I'll download it on my side. We'll end it now, and then I'll jump into the other one. Perfect.
Okay. Thank you so much,
Bye,
guys.
everybody. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Okay. Bye, everyone.